What's up? It's your boy, I Know Mercy, the Mad Hatter here again with another trailer review. This time talking about the new Ghostbusters trailer that just released a couple days ago. Yesterday, I don't know. Anyway, so what do I think about this trailer? Uh, like, it looks... I'm having a hard time mustering up any real feelings about this trailer because... Alright, so it starts off actually kind of good with soft little piano piece of the Ghostbusters theme. In the caption says, 30 years ago, 4 scientists saved New York, and now another team is doing stuff. And then it shows the new team of Ghostbusters, which are three women who are also paranormal investigators, kind of like Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and fuck, I forget Egon's name. I'm gonna feel like an idiot because I can't remember Egon's actor's name. Harold Ramis, there we go. And he's kind of like them. They're investigating things. They find a ghost, and like the first ghost that they show, that they encounter, it's almost exactly like how Ray, Egon, and Peter first encounter their ghost in that museum. It's close, except it's somehow worse because instead of the ghost just scaring them and making them run away, it vomits on Kristen Wiig and like, it's supposed to be funny, but it's not. Like the library scene, that was funny because of how they were approaching it. Because of how they were approaching it. Peter was going at it really diplomatically, just kind of talking to the ghost, and then that doesn't work, and then Ray says that he has an idea, and the idea is basically just get her, and then and then the ghost scares them and they run out. It's funny because it sets up who these characters are. It sets up who these characters are in a really funny way, and like, they're these guys that supposedly hunt ghosts for a living, and this is the first time they've ever actually seen a ghost, and of course the first reaction is running from it. Well, okay, not the first reaction, but whenever it does something like generally scary, the first reaction is to run from it. And like, I know it's just a short scene, we aren't seeing the whole scene of these new Ghostbusters dealing with this puking ghost, but just the fact that the punchline is the ghost pukes on her, it's not a good sign about what this movie's humor is going to be. 'Cause like, it seems like it's going to be really base and catering to a lowest common denominator, which the original Ghostbusters didn't do. Like, the original Ghostbusters was a really smart movie, and like, I kind of have the feeling this isn't going to be. Like you really can't tell just from the trailer. Like, they could have just showed all their really falling flat, like the jokes that really fell flat, like they didn't work. And like, honestly, a trailer like this kind of reminds me of the Zootopolis trailer that I saw when I went to see Star Wars. They had that really funny scene of the sloths in the DMV, and everyone in the theater was cracking up about that scene, and it kind of gave the feeling that this wasn't their best material. Like, it was really funny, but it still wasn't their best material. Like, they're receiving even funnier jokes in the full movie, and admittedly, I still haven't seen Zootopolis. I'm not even sure if I ever really will, but like, it's just that sort of feeling that if these are the jokes that they're showing in the trailer, then there has to be better jokes in the actual movie. And that's what it seems like. It seems like they're sort of throwing away their they're throwing in the throwaway jokes in the trailer, and that's why I felt that this trailer really felt flat for me, because most of the jokes weren't that great, and um, like it's really slapsticky, and it doesn't really seem as clever as the original movie. And like honestly, the only time in this trailer I ever actually like legitimately laughed is at the end when Melissa McCartney is possessed, and Leslie Jones slaps her, and it slaps the ghost out of her, and she screams the power of Patty. I think that's her name. The power of Patty compels you, and she slaps her again. That is the only time in this trailer I legitimately laughed. Like I wanted to laugh at certain jokes, but I just couldn't. And like it's really like it really does seem like this is the kind of humor they're going for in this movie, and it just doesn't work for me. Just for me personally, it just doesn't seem like it works. And the Ghostbusters themselves, I'm not sure about. Three of the Ghostbusters I actually know fairly well. Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCartney, Lindsay. Hold on. I couldn't actually remember two of the Ghostbusters' names, so I had to write them down so I can remember. Yeah, Leslie. I might have written this wrong because it says Lily Jones. Is it Lily? It might have been. It might be Lily Jones or Leslie Jones. I'm not. I'm honestly not entirely sure. But yeah, that's the one black Ghostbuster that, of course, the team has. She's the Winston of the group, which I'll get into that in a minute. But the other Ghostbuster is Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon. I have no idea who this woman is. I have no idea who this. I have never like. I might have seen her or heard of her like somewhere before, but like I've never seen her. Like I can't name her by name, and I had no idea who she was watching this trailer, and she might be my favorite of the new Ghostbusters. It's like, okay, so the new Ghostbusters, I'm not impressed. Like, it's not because they're women. Like, I know that's been a big thing ever since the movie was announced that the Ghostbuster team was going to be all women this time, and I don't give a shit. Like Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, and Leslie, Miss Jones. I don't know. Like them, I all knew. I all knew them, and I knew they were funny. That Kate McKinnon chick, I have no idea who she is, so I'm not sure if she's funny or not. But I knew the cast was solid, so like I wasn't too worried until I saw this trailer, because it's not so much the cast. It's not so much the cast itself. The cast is good. It's how they're being written that I had the problem with. It seems like they're not really doing anything new with this Ghostbusters team. Melissa McCarthy she's Ray, basically. She's this movie's Ray, and Kirsten Wiig is Egon, but take away the weirdness of Egon, like his sort of antisocial, doesn't really understand how people work, sort of, personality quirks, and you basically have Kirsten Wiig's character. Kate McKinnon, she's, like I said, she's my favorite, but only because she seems like she has the most personality, and the reason for that is that she's kind of, it's like they merged Peter's basic character with Egon's weirdness into one new being, and out popped this woman. Like I don't think she has Peter's smooth, like not smooth. His sort of con man sort of air. You know, the sort of aura uh, Bill Murray as Peter Venkman had that makes you seem like he. Well, like Dana Barrett actually said it herself. He's less like a scientist and more like a game show host. Like I think that's what they were kind of going for with this character, but they didn't exactly hit the nail on the head. Like she is my favorite only because she's my favorite only because she seems like she has the most personality, but that's about it. And Lily Jones is she's Winston. She's the Winston of the group, and there's no doubt about that because she's the black character who isn't a scientist who joins the Ghostbusters because, like, again, that's another thing about this movie that I really don't like. It's in the original Ghostbusters, it had the feeling that they were dudes doing a job. Like, yeah, they saved the world, but they were just doing their job. And I think that's why them working out of a firehouse was probably symbolically really important. Like, yes, firefighters are heroes. They save people. It's their job to put their lives on the line for other people, but it's their job. And the Ghostbusters are heroes. They save people from supernatural shit and they risk their lives to hunt down these ghosts and demons and stuff, but it's their job. With this movie, at least from this trailer, it seems like they became Ghostbusters because of this new evil thing. That's like I think the story is that someone or something is doing something that's amping up the supernatural activity in New York City, and that's why these three women, eventually four, become Ghostbusters and try to combat it. But it's not their job. Like, it's their mission, but it's not their job. Like it's a weird thing because I think it's an interesting dynamic, the fact that these four men were heroes, but they were just doing their job. These four women are heroes because they're trying to be heroes. Like, yes, it's noble that they're putting their lives on the line for, to protect people and stuff like that. But I think, I don't know. It's like it's noble. It is absolutely, but it kind of takes away sort of the mundanity of what they're actually doing. Like, yes, they are heroes, but because they're not really getting anything from this, they just seem wholly selfless. Like, they're doing this out of the goodness of their hearts, and that's good, but it also kind of takes away sort of an everyman sort of feel from the characters that I felt like the original Ghostbusters had, because they were just guys doing a job that just happened to result in them saving the world. But that's just my thing. You might not have the same ideas about it, but that's just where I'm coming from with this. Graphically speaking, this movie doesn't look good. Like it's amazing how the ghosts in the original, in like 1985 or 86, whenever the original Ghostbusters came out, I'm kind of blank on the exact date, but it's amazing how the ghosts then look better than the ghosts now. That's like, you have to try and suck that hard. Like the original Ghostbusters had shitty visual effects and puppets, but they looked great. Like Gozer's minions, they looked really good, even when they looked kind of shit. Like when they were moving around, like when they were clay puppets moving around and shit. When the one Devil Dog was chasing Rick Moranis through New York and through Central Park. Like, the effect was shit because it was the fucking mid-'80s, but the design of the creature itself was really good, and we're not really getting that. It's like the effects are good, but the designs are shit now, and like I don't know if they couldn't, for whatever reason, get the same production or creature designer or whoever was in charge of making the ghosts look as good as they were in the original. If maybe they couldn't get that person back, like that person retired or something like that, or maybe they just didn't want to come back. But whoever they got to replace him or her they aren't that good. Like the designs of the creatures aren't, and the designs of the ghosts and the creatures, and what we saw so far really aren't that good. So far, the best looking thing in the trailer, ghost wise, was Slimer, and Slimer is apparently coming back, and that's going to be cool. Seeing Slimer in like high fidelity and shit, it's gonna be fun. And okay, what? Chris Helmsworth is in this. Like I think he's going to be the Janine of the group, which is okay. Overall feeling about this trailer, I had high hopes for this because it's Ghostbusters. Like who doesn't love Ghostbusters, honestly? And this kind of took the anticipation for the movie like down a few pegs. Like maybe they'll release a few more trailers. It's coming out this year, summer, I believe. So like it doesn't seem that funny, and it doesn't it doesn't seem that funny, and it doesn't seem like it's going to have as many good dramatic like they might have really good dramatic moments. That might be where the movie really takes off. And, oh right, the proton packs. I forgot to mention the proton packs. They're and now you know why I didn't mention why I forgot to mention the proton packs. They have new weapons you have proton pack handguns, and the trap is different somehow. I'm not sure how it actually works, and like I think Melissa McCarthy had had a proton gauntlet, or like she punched something and it exploded. I'm not sure what that was about, but apparently they're gonna have new weapons and stuff for the proton packs, and that's like okay, whatever. So I guess I'm still looking forward to this, but only because it's Ghostbusters and I love Ghostbusters, and I want this movie to be good, and like yeah. I really can't say anything overtly negative or overtly positive about this movie. Like I can't say it's going to be awful because I don't know if it's going to be awful, and I can't say it's going to be great because it really doesn't seem like it's going to be. It just seems like it's going to be sort of middle of the road. I know a lot of people didn't like Ghostbusters 2, but honestly, if it's at least as good as that, I will consider this a victory. Like it seems like it's not going to reach the utter greatness that was the original Ghostbusters, but like honestly, what reboot in the last 10 years has, So that's my feeling. Yep, that's my opinions of it. That's what I think. Share what you think in the comments. I'm I No Mercy. See y'all later.